We're collecting an E Type Jaguar. I don't actually know too much about it other than it is a V12 E Type Jag.
And mention the words E Type and everybody sort of thinks 70, 80 grand, and that's, well, probably more in some cases. That's not always the case.
Not always, no. This one is going to be more like 40, I think. But don't hold me to that. I think it's more of a user rather than a shower.
Now, as any good driver knows...
Oh, we've got to do a left.
Turn left.
It's always best to take the sat-nav's advice with a large dollop of disbelief.
I've been here before. I mean, the last time I came down here, that soppy sat-nav tried to send me down there, and I declined then as well. Because you don't want to be down there. No way do you want to be down there. You want to carry on down here. The Romans didn't do these roads, mate, did they? We've missed him then, haven't we? We better turn round. I don't think it's here. We're headed back that way and he's going to be stood outside with a big flag, he says. Try not to miss it this time, John.
Sometime later.
Now then, Fred. You all right, are you?
Yeah.
Good.
Although Fred Tilsley's E Type Jaguar is all set to go, the retired biology teacher is keen for Paul to take a peek at his flock of 300 chickens.
Oh, we're going to look at some birds. Oh, look at them. Oh, they're grand, aren't they? I had 13 at one time, nothing fancy like. And yeah, you're forever pottering on with them, aren't you? You know, if you want to keep them right. What we got? Oh, here we go.
What breed are they then, Paul?
Grand, aren't they?
The Houdans, which is a French breed.
To say that, weren't you?
You beat me to it, yeah.
The odd thing is they've got 5 toes. There are not many breeds of poultry have 5 toes. These are light Brahmas from India.
Yeah.
Queen Victoria had the first of these.
Right.
We've come for a Jaguar, haven't we?
Yeah, up the top there. Yeah, we're getting back to that. Yeah, we're working our way back, I think. Well, I think it's fantastic, innit? It just goes to show, doesn't it? When you pull up somewhere, you never know what you're going to find and who you're going to see and where you're going to go.
It's the E Type Jag, and it's one I'd wanted all my life. And I bought it 11 years ago.
And how much did you pay for it 11 years ago, if you don't mind me asking?
Am I allowed to tell you that?
You can't tell me that.
£15,000.
You got four carbs to balance up, and there aren't many folks that can balance them.
I struggle now at 80 getting in and getting out it. I get a lot of pleasure just looking at it, to be honest.
So time's come to move it on?
Yeah, and I want a new fence as well, and I want some new chicken sheds.
So with hopefully what you get for it, you might be able to buy a bit of fencing?
Yeah, a bit, I hope. A lot. I'm not changing my mind, definitely. It looks lovely up there.
Nice to meet you all. Thanks very much. And we'll be in touch. Yeah, we got the Jag, yeah. I didn't know whether we were going to get the Jag. At one point, I thought we were going to be coming back with a couple of trays of eggs. But anyway, the Jag's there. It looks a very genuine old car, really. Wants a service and a tune-up and a little bit of paintwork, but generally speaking, it looks a good car to me. Every day's a school day, including today. Today is no different. We have learnt lots. I can't remember most of it, but I've learnt lots. Yes, a certain breed of chicken down there got 5 claws.
And what breed was that?
Them black and white ones. Can't remember what he called them. Right then, let's get unloaded.
Paul's back from his big day out with that classic pick and mix collection of a Morgan, a Triumph, a Humber and a Jag.
I like this car, and I know it's not perfect and all the rest of it, but I think a couple of tyres and a good, and I mean a good service up. It's well overdue a good service up. Yeah, a little bit of paintwork and odds and sods, I'm sure, but I rate that car. I bet that's a real good driving car.
What do you think this will do on the day?
On the day, I can see it doing somewhere early to mid-30s. Don't suppose it's going to get to 40, is it? He'll be in profit, won't he, the old boy?
And I often think about this, because even in 1961,
there was still a lot of pre-war cars on the road in 1961. But even a modern car in 1961 would be a 1958, if you like, Austin-Cambridge, which was a steady away old thing. And then you get something like one of these come past you on the North Circuit, like, vroom, crumbs. Just a missile. It's amazing.
I think these are the best value for money E-Type. Seriously, last of the line. The V12 in there is pretty well unburstable. You never hear of any problems with those. And they're not 100,000 quid or more. So I like the colour. It's unusual in blue. So it's got potential, this. But it's going to want some paint. All inside requires is a little bit of time, not expense as such. So anything in there that's nice inside, that can all be done by the man at home, no problem. You're really going to have to treat it to a set of wheels because you can't re-chrome wire wheels. It's just, well, you can, but it's not cost effective. You've got to strip them all the way down to individual parts. So out of everything in the classic world, this must see the biggest range of prices, I would think, because you could probably get one that's driving for 20, but then you can also go and spend 180. So, I mean, that's just a fair band, isn't it, you know?
The E-Type has covered just shy of 95,000 miles since leaving Coventry.
In the 60s, if you were lucky enough to be able to run one of these and own one of these, you wanted to be seen in it. You went out and you enjoyed it, you know. No one really got the enjoyment from polishing it. They got the enjoyment from driving it. That was someone's everyday car. So was that, so was this, so were all of these cars, you know. Even something like that, you know. The company director that run that was his everyday car for 10 years, you know. So is it hardly surprising it's done 60, 70, 80, 90, 100,000 miles? No, not really. I think these, the Series 3, are good value for money. I genuinely do. It gets you into that E-Type world without having to sell a vital organ. So yeah, I think they're good.
Another car that has the Matthewsons' united approval. The V12 Jag in azure blue.
Well, this looks nice. Lot 112, 1973, Jaguar 2+2 E-Type. Obviously a Series 3 V12. Brilliant value for money, these. 1973 she is. Where? Come on, in your hands, start me. Where? 20, 21, 2, 3, 23, 4, 24, 25,005, 6.5, 27, 28,000. 28,500, 29. 29, are we selling it? On sale and away, 30,000, being sold, 30,500, 31, 31,000. On sale and going, make no mistake about it, 31,500. Are you sure? I'll worry for you. I don't want you worrying tonight, not sleeping, wishing you'd bitten another 500 quid and bought that car. 32,000, all done then. Are you finished? 32,000, I'm selling it for the first. 32,000, selling it for the second. Are you sure? 32,000 last time, 32.
The hammer's down, and you can tell Derek thinks that's another bargain.
Goodbye, won't regret that.
But 32k is on its way to the vendor, Fred Tildesley. What we don't know is whether he has stuck to his promise of some Des Res chicken runs, or if he's bought another car, which, to be fair, is what usually happens. In the London suburbs, the Jaguar E-Type 2+2 Coupe has found a new home with classic car connoisseur Costa Stilianu.
I was having dinner with some colleagues. I made my apologies, left dinner, went outside, sat on someone's wall, and I was bidding on my phone. I didn't see the car. It wasn't a cheap purchase. It was a bit of a gamble, but I was prepared, I was committed, you know, to buy the car and whatever it needed. I'm quite hands-on. You know, I could do the repairs.
A skilled hobbyist, Costas has made sterling progress with a full-on restoration.
It was a long process. I mean, I had stripped the car down to metal. It had around 15 coats of paint on the car. Lots to do still. The doors are ready for paint now, so they've been stripped, they're in primer. Bonnet pretty much needs a block down, ready for paint. The wire wheels need refurbing. The interior-wise, that's something I want to take my time. That's something I want to enjoy doing. It's a good way to switch off. You know, not checking your laptop and just here in the garage, just working on your car.
The mighty Jag power plant just needed a touch of TLC.
When I first got the car, it was running rough. So basically it was running on 9 out of the 12 cylinders. And that was because of the carburetor. This wouldn't come freely up and down. This was just stuck. And now, you know, you take them out, you put some oil in there, and every one of them is nice and free with a nice bit of pressure. The engine idles quietly. You know, you can put your coffee cup on the engine bay and, you know, you won't spill a drop. I like curvy cars, and this is certainly curvy. I've got the E Type, I've got 2 Citroen DS's, and I've got a Fiat 124 Spider. You know, I've got the loud car, the Fiat 124, it's got the twin 40 carburetors, it makes a loud noise. I don't know if I really like that. This is elegant. This is something I could use every day. The
dream now is of a summertime Euro road trip.
I think south of France would be nice. Maybe Cyprus. I'm Cypriot and have Cypriot descent, so maybe take the car to Cyprus. It's a right-hand drive, so it would be good. They're just iconic cars, popular cars, and people want to keep them on the road.